Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing, man? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. What y'all got going on today, man? Y'all get on in here. Let's get this thing going. Get this thing going. Tap the screen, share the live. Let's talk about the fact that you could be doing have anything you desire. Anything. Your only living in life is your own imagination. That's the only thing that can stop you. If you can imagine it, you can do it. If you can't imagine it, you can't do it. You gotta understand that everything starts in here. You gotta get it going in here. If you're not willing to get it going in here, how you expect to get it going out there? You can imagine anything. You can imagine it. There's nothing you can't imagine. You can go inside of here and create anything. But you gotta get good at creating in here. Because this is where you plant the seeds. This is the garden. Your mind is the garden. If you don't ever plant it in your garden, how is it gonna grow? If you don't plant it in the garden, how is it gonna grow? You gotta plant it. The only thing that grows without being planted is BS that you don't want. Like, you ain't gotta plant weeds. Weeds will grow through concrete. Weeds will grow anywhere. But if you want some roses, if you want some lilies, if you want some sunflower, you gotta plant the good stuff. You gotta plant it. How do you plant it? You plant it by beginning to form the picture in your mind. I need you to understand that success starts in here. Before you can do successful, you gotta think successful. Before you can do successful, you gotta feel successful. But how do I just feel successful when I don't got the results, Jay? You go in here and you start seeing the mental picture of it. You go in here and you start feeling it before it ever shows up. Thinking precedes to doing. A lot of people be trying to do stuff that they haven't thought about yet. Before you can do it, you got to think it. If you can't think it, you can't do it. If you can't think it, you can't say it. If you can't think it, you can't create it. You got to think it before you can do it. A lot of people shoot themselves in the foot. A lot of people really jack up their confidence trying to do stuff that they haven't properly thought about yet. Thinking is the foundation of greatness, guys. You got to think. You got to think. And you are thinking, but you got to think on purpose, because everybody is thinking all the time. But I need you to start thinking on purpose. I need you to start asking yourself, what do I desire? A lot of people be thinking about what they don't want. Why are you thinking about what you don't want? Thank you for them taps, Gadget. Appreciate that follow too. Why are you thinking about what you don't want? That ain't what you need to be thinking about. What you need to do is look at what you don't want and go, what would I rather have? Stop focusing on the disrespect. Stop focusing on the lack of money. Stop focusing on that situation that you don't like. Look at that situation, identify that situation, identify that circumstance, but ask yourself, what would I rather have? Then that's where you got to put your focus at. That's where you got to put your focus at. Is that making sense? Stop focusing on what you don't want. Stop focusing on the relationship you don't want. Stop focusing on the job that you don't want. Stop focusing on the financial situation that you don't want. Identify it, become aware of it, but ask yourself, what would I rather have? Then start answering that question. Then that's what you're going to start spending your time thinking about. And this is one of the crazy things that a lot of people don't understand. Just because your body has to be there physically doesn't mean that your mind has to be there as well. Have you ever had your body in one place and your mind somewhere else completely different? You ever been somewhere but you daydreaming about somewhere? I need you to start doing that on purpose. You can physically have your body at a job that you don't like and your mind can be working on your passion. What I need you to understand, though, is where the mind goes, the body follows. Before the body can experience success, the mind has to experience the success. Before the body can do entrepreneurship, the mind has to do entrepreneurship. You got to start creating in your mind on purpose. If your mind can create anxiety, it can create excitement. It can create energy. It can create motivation. It's the way that you're using your mind. And you got to learn how to start controlling your mind through controlling your focus. As humans, we're wired to be activated by what we pay attention to. When you watch a sad movie, you ain't got to try to get sad. Just watch the movie. You watch a funny movie, you ain't got to try to laugh. Just watch the movie. You watch an action movie, you ain't got to try to get excited. You ain't got to try to move to the edge of your seat. That's what happens when you watch the movie. If you watch a scary movie, you ain't got to try to get scared. Just watch the movie. But if you get a clear picture of the future that you want, the future that you really want, not what society told you should want, not what social media told you should want, but the future that you really want, the life that you really want. When you get a clear picture of that in your mind and you start watching it, you ain't got to try to feel motivated. You ain't got to try to feel excited. You ain't got to wait on inspiration to hit. If you watch an inspirational image inside of your mind, you're going to respond to it. The reason so many people procrastinate, the reason so many people are full of anxiety, the reason so many people not getting what they want is because they're putting their focus, they're putting their attention on what they don't want. Listen to me, where attention goes, energy flows. You know what you don't want. You've been talking about it for years. You've been studying it for years. I need you to take all that energy that you've been putting into what you don't want. I need you to roll that energy into what you would rather have. Because you can have it. That's for you. And I need you to understand that this version right here, this version of you can have it. Not some future version of you that's 100 pounds lighter. Not some future version of you once the kids go to college. Not some future version of you when you get in the perfect relationship. This version of you right here can have those things that you desire. It's going to start with you making a decision. But a decision that's not based in clarity is not a decision. So I'm Coach Jay. I coach bosses. And I coach bosses through these things that I call the 5 C's. If you ain't never heard of the 5 C's, you might want to grab a pencil. Now grab a pen, put this in ink. See, the first C is clarity. You can't get what you want till you know what you want. You got to get clear about what you want. And after you get clarity, you got to get calibrated to your clarity. You got to get under the influence of your clarity. A lot of people under the influence of what they don't want. A lot of people are calibrated to what they don't want. That's why they get so much of it. Now, after you get calibrated, you got to get confident in that calibration. Confidence is it got to be unshakable. When I say you got to get confident in your calibration, what I mean is you got to be so locked into your calibration that it don't really matter what goes on out there, because you're not calibrated to what's going on out there. You're calibrated to your clarity. Like right now, I'm on here popping my shit, and it's only 3 people in here because we just got started. But that number not going to slow me down. I'm not calibrated to that number. I'm calibrated to my clarity. And because I'm refusing to calibrate to that number, guess what? That number ain't going to have no choice but to calibrate to me. I need you to not let what I said go over your head. I need you to stop calibrating to what you don't like and force that to calibrate to you. If you don't like the way your bank account look, don't calibrate to the bank account. I need you to calibrate to abundance and then force the bank account to calibrate to you. If you don't like the way that the dating pool looks, I don't want you to calibrate to the dating pool that you don't like. I want you to calibrate to your worth. I want you to calibrate to your value. I want you to calibrate to who you are and let the dating market calibrate to you. 2 people can be looking at the same exact situation and see 2 completely different things based on the calibration that they operating in. So you get clarity, you get calibrated, then you get confident in that calibration. Then the 4th C is competence. Competence, that's where we start doing the skills. That's where we start the self-development and the coaching and all of that stuff. A lot of people, man, as soon as they get an idea, they jump to step 4. I want to start a business. So they start networking, they start going live on TikTok, they start building websites, they start spending money on stuff. No clarity, no calibration, no confidence. And they thinking it's not working because they're not good at it. It's not working because you don't got clarity. It's not working because you ain't calibrated. It's not working because you're not confident. You haven't put enough thought into it. You haven't got the juices flowing yet. A lot of times I meet people and they think they don't have confidence when what they really don't have is clarity. I need you to understand that confidence requires clarity. Confidence is literally your belief in your ability to get a specific outcome, right? If you don't know what that specific outcome is, how do you even conjure up the belief to move forward? Confidence requires clarity. Confidence requires you to know your outcome. Confidence, like knowing what you don't want doesn't spark confidence. Knowing what you would rather have sparks confidence. Does that make sense? Knowing that I don't like this job and they not treating me, that's not where you get your confidence from. Your confidence comes from knowing I want to work for myself. I got this idea in my head and I can do this. That's where confidence comes from. The conversation around what you want produces confidence. The conversation around what you don't want produces anxiety. The conversation around what you don't want produces fear, produces procrastination. You got to get crystal clear about what you would want and you got to start talking about it. You got to start filling in the details before it even shows up. You are a creator. And one thing about a creator is that a creator has to create. A creator feels depressed when they're not creating. A creator feels like something missing when they aren't creating. You ever get that feeling like something's missing? It's just not right. I don't know. What's missing is you're not creating. What's missing is you're responding to everybody else's creations, but you aren't creating the life that you want. That's what's missing. That's what's missing. That's why you're procrastinating, because you're not creating. You're talking about what you don't want. What do you want? When you get the conversation around what you want, when you get the internal narrative around what you want, you couldn't sit still if you wanted to. When you start thinking in terms of what you would like to have, you could not go for it if you wanted to. The problem is you've been focusing on the wrong part of the equation. You got to show gratitude for what you don't want, because what you don't want is the birthing place of what you would rather have. But you got to start using it the correct way. You got to get excited. Oh, I don't like that. What would I rather have? I got the opportunity to create. I am a creator. I see something that I don't like, and I got the opportunity to do something about it. What do I want to do? What would I rather have? That should be one of the burning questions in your mind as you go out throughout the day. What would I rather have? Since I could be, do, and have anything I desire. Notice what I said. Since I could be, do, and have anything I desire, what do I desire? I desire to wake up and get on TikTok and go crazy. I desire to get on here and inspire people from all over the world. As I'm inspiring these people from all over the world, I know some of them going to come into my coaching program. And I'm going to coach them on a one-to-one basis. And we're going to take this thing to another level. Since I can be, do, and have whatever I desire. That's what I need you to start thinking in terms of. I need you to start thinking in terms of, I don't like that. I'm not saying ignore what you don't like. I'm saying don't get hypnotized by what you don't like. I don't like that. Since I'm a creator and I create, what would I rather have? Because what you'll do is you'll use your creative juices to keep energy in this thing that you don't like. You're using all your creative energy to maintain something that you don't like. If you got a garden and this garden is full of beautiful flowers, roses, lilies, daisies, this garden is full of beautiful flowers, and you notice some weeds starting to grow in this garden, are you going to argue with the weed and try to convince the weed and try to turn the weed into a flower? Or are you just going to simply pull the weed out and throw it to the side? You're not going to negotiate with the weed. You're not going to try to get the weed to see it from your point of view. You're going to get the weed out of your garden. I need you to realize that your mind is a garden. That business that you want to start, those are your flowers. That body that you want, those are your flowers. The amount of money that you want to see in the bank, those are your flowers. The type of relationships that you want to have, those are your flowers. That fear, that doubt, that anxiety, that second guessing, that bad relationship that you keep thinking about, that job that's missing, those are the weeds. I need you to take them out of your mind. Take them out. Don't argue with them. Don't negotiate. It ain't got to be no back and forth. Stop thinking about them. Starve them. A lot of people think that working on the problem and building a solution are the same thing. They are not the same thing. Why are you working on the problem? Why are you working on something that you don't want? Don't work on the problem. Build a solution. Identify the problem. Know what the problem is, but after you see what the problem is, it's time to stop working on the problem. It's time to say, okay, what would I rather have? Then it's time to start building that. You could be, do, and have anything that you desire, but it's going to require clarity. It's going to require clarity. Clarity is the starting point of success. You don't have success without clarity. You don't accomplish great things without first getting clear. You are not an accident. It's time to start living on purpose. You came here for a purpose. God is a linear creator. God doesn't create in disorder. God created Adam's purpose before he created Adam. Before he created Adam, he had a job for Adam to do. He had a place for Adam to exist. God created you under that same window. God didn't create you and say, I don't quite know their purpose yet. We're going to figure out. You had a purpose before you had a name. All right? So I need you to start living like you have a purpose. I need you to start living on purpose because you do matter. You matter. Your thoughts matter. The way you feel matters. And I need you to start living like that. You matter. I need you to say that to yourself. I matter. I matter. My feelings matter. My thoughts matter. I am valuable. I need you to get that through your head because it's true. But it's only as true as you allow it to be. Nobody can cut off your greatness but you. Nobody can stop you but you. The economy can't stop you. The weather can't stop you. Who in the White House can't stop you. The only thing that can stop you is you and your own conception of self. Now, if your concept of yourself is, I need the economy to look like this before I could be successful. I need the White House to look like this before I could be successful. I need this to happen over here before I could be successful. I need my mama to believe in me before I could be successful. I need my partner to, those people not stopping you. Your conception of yourself is stopping you. Let me tell you something. What other people think about you don't matter. Now, what you think about, what they think about you, that matters. But what they think about you doesn't matter. If you don't think I'm a great speaker, if you don't think I'm a good hypnotist, if you don't think I'm a good coach, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But what I think about you not thinking I'm a good speaker, that's going to affect my nervous system. What I think about you not thinking I'm a good orator, that's going to affect me. But your thought has no effect on me until I start thinking about what you think. If I don't ever think about what you think, if I don't even allow that into the equation, it means nothing. Stop worrying about what other people think. Because the only thing that can stop you is you. You got to convince one person of your greatness. One person and one person only. You know who that one person is? You. Once you get you convinced, the ideas going to start flowing. The opportunities going to start showing up. The situations going to start enhancing. You got to understand, success is built from the inside out, not the outside in. Success starts in the mind. Wealth starts in the mind. That new body you want is going to start in the mind. A lot of times what I see people wanting to do as I coach them is they want to keep the old mind and do new habits. Don't work like that. You ain't got to worry about the habits. You ain't got to worry about the physical part. If you change the mind, you will do different on accident. If you start thinking different, you ain't got no choice but to do different. Thinking different is the key. But the base of all this, everything I done said, means nothing without clarity. You got to get clear about what you want. You got to get calibrated to what you want. You got to get confident in that calibration. Clarity is the foundation for everything we talk about in these morning lives. You can come in these lives and do everything I tell you to do, but if you skip clarity, you're not going to get the result that you want. Clarity is the foundation. Clarity is the glue that holds it together. Clarity is the gas in the tank. A lot of people running on E because they don't got clarity. Clarity fuels the success. Clarity fuels the ideas. You got to get clear about what you want. You got to understand that knowing what you don't want is not the same thing as knowing what you do want. You got to start sitting down and saying, okay, I don't like that. What would I rather have? I don't like the way my partner is treating me. What would I rather have? I want a relationship where I feel respected. I want a relationship where I feel valued. I want a relationship that's fun. I want a relationship where we want to spend time together. I want to date my best friend. Like, you got to really start to describe what you want so that you have an image of. A lot of times we don't even know what we want, and we expect somebody else to know what we want. We haven't even taken the time to get clarity about what we want. We know what we don't want, but we haven't taken the time to say, okay, what do I want? Because when you take that time to get clear about what you want and you start calibrating to it, you start thinking about it, you start imagining it, what's going to happen is it's going to change you energetically. And when you change energetically, everything around you ain't got no choice but to respond to it. If you take water in the freezer, if you take water and put it in the freezer, as that temperature lowers, that water ain't got no choice but to change form. And you take that same water and you put it on the stove and you put some fire in that water ain't got no choice but to change form. It's the same way in your relationship. If you change the temperature, that person sitting across from you ain't got no choice but to change form. But you can't keep the temperature the same and expect that person to change form. Everybody wants to be a leader. Nobody wants to go first. I apologize when they apologize. I do it when they... Everybody wants to be a leader. Nobody wants to go first. Let me tell you something. If you're an entrepreneur, you got to go first. If you're the leader of a family, If you the one, and you look, everybody can be the leader at different times. If you the one that's wanting to affect the change, what's going on, Yama? You got to go first. You are a creator. Creators create. I need you to say that. Creators create. I'm a creator. I need you to stop spending your time thinking about what you don't want. I need you to start taking that time saying, what would I rather have? And putting your undivided attention on what you would rather have. I know you hate that job. I know they ain't treating you right. I know they ain't paying you what you're worth. I know they overworking you and underpaying you. At the same time, what would you rather have? Because you can't get what you want until you know what you want. You can't get what you want until you know what you want. Knowing what you don't want is not going to get you what you do want. And okay, you don't like that. Now what? Now what? No, I ain't even say what you want, what you're going to do about it. I say I need you to start thinking about what you would rather have. Because let me tell you something. As you think about what you would want to have, the subconscious mind is going to start filling in the gaps. As you think about what you want, the subconscious mind is going to supply the stuff in the middle. Guys, if you can think it, you can do it. If you can't think it, you can't do it. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. But if you could think it, you could do it. You got to think it before you could do it. You got to think success before you could do success. Okay? You got to think entrepreneur before you can do entrepreneur. Okay? You got to think wealth before you can do wealth. You got to get in the habit of thinking on purpose. Your imagination is your workshop. You got to start using that imagination on purpose. You got to realize your mind is not you. Your mind is a tool that you use. And you got to start using that tool on purpose. You got to stop just letting that tool run wild. You got to get in the habit of telling the tool what to think, telling the feelings what to feel, and the thoughts what to think. Don't stop waiting. Stop waiting to see how your day gonna go. I need you to wake up and choose confidence. Stop waiting to see how the day gonna go. I need you to wake up and choose creative. Stop waiting to see how the day gonna go. I need you to wake up and choose inspire. I choose to be inspired. I'm a creator. I create my mood. If somebody else could say something to me and piss me off or say something to me and make my day, you don't think I can get in my own head and say something to make my day? You don't think I can strike a confidence in me? You better start using your imagination in a productive way. You better throw those shoulders back, put that chest out, put that head up. You walk into any room like God himself sent you in that room, because he did. You came here with a purpose, and I need you to start living in it. I need you to start digesting the fact that you are a creator and creators create. I need you to look around. Look around. See everything around you. You created that. Hate it or love it, you created that. If you want something different, you're going to start thinking different. Different thoughts are going to produce different behaviors. I'm going to the gym every day, not because I want to, not because I got to, but because I'm thinking different. I'm using my mind different. And this new way that I'm using my mind, it's like, go ahead and go to the gym, bro. Come on, knock it out. Knock it out. Let's go on the treadmill. Come on, let's hit the weights. It's the way that I'm using my mind. I'm not using my willpower. You gotta understand, willpower is finite. Willpower got a lot to do with how well you slept the night before and how much you done ate. Most people ain't got enough protein in their body to even start the conversation of willpower. Willpower is not what you use to create the life you want. You use your imagination. You use your thinking. You use your power to see things before they show up. So I'm using my imagination to see a certain number on the scale. I'm using my imagination to see myself getting out of the shower and I look in the mirror and I see the body that I want. I'm using my imagination to tell myself I am a powerful, unstoppable machine. I don't get tired. I love hard work. Hard work is easy. I'm using my imagination in a way that sends me to the gym. I'm not using my willpower to get to the gym. I'm using my imagination to get to the gym. I don't use my willpower to run my businesses. I use my imagination to run my businesses. What's going on, Pointy? You got to start using your imagination as the fuel. The imagination is the fuel. Guess what? You're not using your willpower to create anxiety. You're using your imagination to create anxiety. You're not using your willpower to procrastinate. You don't want to procrastinate. You want to take action. But the way that you're using your imagination is producing procrastination. You don't got to change your habits. You got to change the way you use your imagination. For sure. And as you just start to fill those details in, and before I get off, I'm gonna give you guys some resources to help you get clarity. I'm gonna give you guys some resources that's gonna help you lock in. But the way that you use is your mind controls how you use your body. Like, let's think about this. So my background is in clinical hypnotherapy. So I'm real big on influence and persuasion and how the mind works. The way that you get people to do things is not by making them do things. People do things for one reason and one reason only, because they feel like doing it. So the question never be how do I make myself do it? How do I make myself feel like doing it? Let's say me and you was hanging out and you had on a jacket that for whatever reason I didn't like it. I hate that jacket. It's an ugly, stupid jacket. I want you to take that jacket off. Now, if I walk up to you and say, hey, take your jacket off, you might look at me crazy. Say, you take your jacket off. Do my jacket. I go out my jacket. But imagine if I went to the thermostat and I put the thermostat on 90 and I just went side down. What's going to happen before too long? You going to feel like taking your jacket off. And when you feel like taking your jacket off, I ain't got to ask you to take it off. I ain't got to tell you to take it off. I just got to create an environment where you feel like taking the jacket off. If you want to start getting in the gym, if you want to start a business, if you want to change your relationship, you ain't got to make yourself do something different. You got to make yourself feel different. When you feel different, you act different on accident. When you feel pissed off, it's very easy for you to say rude things and to speak your mind and to go off on people. But when you're happy again, you go, man, why I said that? I didn't even have to say, now I got to apologize. But when you felt pissed off, it was very easy for you to say those things. I don't got Discord. I got a few communities. I got the I Coach Bosses community. We got Dreams in Action, and we got the 5C Growth Accelerator. If you go on the link in my bio, you can see all our you can see all our stuff. Sign up, man. Get in there. Come kick it with us. Would love to coach you. But the fact of the matter is, you got to realize you could be doing hell anything you desire. When I say anything, I mean, if you could think it, you could do it. If you can't think it, forget about it. But if you could think it, you could do it. If you could hold it in your head, you could hold it in your hands. If you can't hold it in your head, forget about it. It's not for you. But if you could hold it in your head, if you could hold success in your head, you're going to start moving towards it on accident. If you can hold inspired in your head, you're going to start moving towards it on accident. If you can hold wealth in your mind, you're going to start attracting wealth on accident. And like a lot of times people talk about manifestation, if it's just magical, the money just gonna show up on the counter type of thing. That's not how it works. Ideas give birth to ideas. So the desire is the seed. The desire is the first idea. As you said, with that desire, and it picks up momentum and it picks up energy. It retrains what's called your reticular activation system, your RAS. Now, your RAS is the part of you that controls what's in your awareness. There's billions of things going on. And if you were aware of all of them, you would go crazy. You would be in a crazy house. Whatever game that got put down, man, get it up. If you could get it once, you could get it again. If you could get it once, you could get it again. Use that as a launching pad. Use that as the launching pad. Get clear about what you want. Yo, you got to go on my link tree, and you're going to see this thing that say free 5C training. When we get done with the live, I want you to go watch that free 5C training. It's about an hour long. Know my worth, I know my abilities, but I tend to waste a lot of time. You got to get the clarity. You got to get the clarity. You got to get clear about what you want. When you watch a funny movie, you ain't got to try to laugh. Just watch the movie. You watch a scary movie, you ain't got to try to laugh. I mean, you ain't got to try to get scared. Just watch the movie. If you create a mental picture of what you want, if you create a mental picture of you going through life the way you want, your day looking the way you want, you got the type of money you want flowing in, you got the type of energy you want flowing through you, you ain't got to try to get inspired. Just watch the movie. But at the same time, if you're watching a movie about what you lost, if you're watching a movie about how it's not fair and they took this from me and man, I already had did this, if that's the movie you watch, you ain't got to try to procrastinate. Just keep watching the movie. You ain't got to try to feel down and out. Just keep watching that movie. You ain't got to change how you behaving. You just got to change the movie that you watching. As you change the movie that you watching, new actions going to flow through you. New ideas going to flow through you. New energy going to flow through you. When I get up to do this live every morning at 6 a.m., I know that the key to getting out of the bed is using my imagination in a productive way. If I'm laying in the bed going, what if nobody show up? What if they don't like you? What? I'm going to roll over and go back to sleep. But if I'm on the bed saying, oh, man, I got to get out here and get this message. Somebody needs to hear this. If just one person hear this message and get what they need, I did my part. What if I go, oh, I love this thing that I call the what if game. I start asking myself, what if I go live this morning and the thing that we talking about this morning stop somebody from killing themselves? What if I go on here today and I get my next great client? What if I go on here and a TV producer come in the room and they like the content, they like the delivery so much that they decide to fund our podcast? What if? I'm using my what if in a way that motivates me. After about 2 minutes of playing that what if game, I can't wait to go live. I need you to start using your imagination on purpose. I need you to realize that your mind is not you. Your mind is a tool that you use. I need you to start using the tool. I need you to get in the habit of telling your thoughts what to think and telling your feelings what to feel. Get in the habit of doing that. And I also need you to hit that follow button. Guys, we've been live for a little minute and we're sitting at 300 taps. I don't like that. What I would rather have is people tapping the screen. What I would rather have is people interacting. What I would rather have is people sharing the live. That's what I'd rather have. That's what I want going on in here. What's going on, Dex? But I just gave you an example of how I want you going through life. I want you to notice what you don't like. I want you to identify what you don't like. And instantly, I want you to get in the habit of going, what I would rather have is boom. And putting the attention there. Because if I keep my attention on the fact that people not sharing the live, if I keep my attention on the fact that people not sharing the screen, you can see it already. My energy is going down. But if I put my attention on, I would like people to tap the screen. I would like people to share the live. I would like people getting active. You see how my energy go back up? Just as I change the topic, my energy goes back up. Just as I put my awareness on what I want, my energy is following what I want. Now imagine being under the influence of what's not going on and say, hey guys, can y'all please? Now you sound like you begging. Now you sound like you asking for something that's not rightfully yours because you under the influence of what you don't want, but you en route to what you do want. That's not how it works. You got to send the mind first, and where the mind goes, the body follows. Appreciate them taps. And you see how just by putting our focus on what we like to have, we jumped up about 100 taps, just like that. And the crazy thing is, if I just keep showing up and I stay under the influence of what if the live we do today changes somebody's life? What if the live we do today saves somebody's life? If I do that consistently for 30 days, what you think gonna happen to that number up there? What you think gonna happen to that number? You think if we show up and we got this same quality of material every day for 30 days, you think that number's still gonna look like that in 30 days? I can tell you for a fact that it's not. I only can control my action and focus on what I want to achieve long term. Thank you for your work. I would love to talk to you. Schedule you a strategy call, man. Everything is on the link tree. If you click that link in my bio, you'll see all our resources. But guys, hear me when I say this. If you could think it, you can do it. If you can't think it, you can't do it. But if you could think it, it's already yours. I want you to start looking at your ideas. I want you to start looking at your desires like an acorn. Now, if you look at an acorn, it don't look like much. But guess what? It's an entire oak tree in that acorn. Or you use Discord. Yeah, we ain't got Discord. But if you get in our communities, you can come to our Zoom meetings and all of that stuff. I want you to, look at an acorn. Look at an apple seed. It's a whole apple tree inside that little old seed. That little old seed got a tree in it. But you gotta plant that seed to get what's to get what's in it, outside of it, you gotta plant it. Is it on Zoom meeting? We do Zoom meetings, we do all types of stuff. If you just go to the link tree and sign up for stuff, the community's got calendars in it, letting you know everything we got going on. Letting you know everything we got going on. What's going on, Mike? Long time no see, man. How you been? How you been, bro? Guys, if you could think it, you could do it. I need you to understand that. I don't need you to understand that, but boy, your life gonna take off when you understand. If I could think it, I could do it. What do I want? Stop pouting. You'd have been sad, you'd have been frustrated long enough. What do you want? You gotta ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want? I used to think that I wanted to be booked and busy. Then I got booked and busy and realized I don't want to be booked and busy. It's a lot. I got to talk to all these people every day. I want to do. I want to touch lives. I want to work with 2, maybe 3 people a day. I want to help about 10 people a week. I want to put my undivided attention on about 10 people a week. Then I want to do group coaching so a lot more people can access it. But you got to start looking at what you don't want and going, okay, what would I rather have? What would I rather have? And that's where you got to get hypnotized at. God, I work hard. I don't worry about anything because I know God. For sure. And at the same time, even as you know God, you got to know that God works through you, not for you. All right? So, like, you had it. Like, I hope my son got faith in me. But my son, he got to have faith in me and him. Like, if he got faith in me, but he don't got faith in him, it don't matter if I know he could do it. I need him to know that he can do it. Yeah. Just battle my human procrastination. Don't battle it. What would you rather have? Don't fight the procrastination. Build the drive. Build the energy. Like, forget about the procrastination. I need you to energetically starve the procrastination. The energy that you using to fight procrastination, you can use that energy to build your drive. You can use that energy to build your motivation. Like, you say you procrastinate, right? Let's say I start doing a competition on TikTok, right? Where every month, let's say every month, I give away $1 million. Let's say you've been coming to the live for 3 months and you done seen 3 different people win $1 million. They got their money, so you know that it's real money there to be got. Let's say the 4th month, you win the competition. And let's say your bank account overdrafted, you ain't got no babysitter, you got a headache, you got a migraine. Are you gonna come get your money? Let's say this the condition. I say, yo, you won the competition. Only catch is you got to be in my office in Dallas, Texas by 4 p.m. tomorrow. Would you figure out how to get to Dallas, Texas by 4 p.m. tomorrow to get your $1 million? Or would you be like, man, I can't get to Texas by 4 p.m. tomorrow to get your $1 million? Or would you be like, man, I can't get there by 4 p.m. I ain't even got no money. Thanks, man, but no thanks. Just pick the next person on the list. What would you do? For sure, forever grateful. What would you do? I'm talking to you now. I ain't moving on. Talk to me. We here. What would you do? Would you figure out how to come get your money? What's going on, Maurice? How y'all doing? Welcome to the live. Thanks for the taps, Mike. Yeah, I need everybody in here tapping the screen, man. I need y'all pouring some energy in here. If I'm getting out of my bed at 6 a.m., y'all gonna tap this screen. We gonna get active. We gonna share the live. Where you at, Pointy? You still in here, bro? You still in here? You gonna make it happen, right, Mike? You ain't gonna procrastinate, but why would you make it happen? Because you know exactly what you stand to gain. You know that it's $1 million in Dallas waiting for you. So a headache not going to stop you from going to claim that $1 million. Not having the money not going to stop you from going to claim your $1 million. You're going to figure out how to get here because you know what you stand to gain. So let's say you had a book that you were thinking about writing and you knew this book was going to change lives. You knew this book was going to bring abundance in your life. You knew this book was not only going to change your life, but to change your kids' life. If you really believed that about that book, you think you'll be having trouble getting yourself to sit down and write? Money is just a tool, but it's a tool that it's a tool that can connect you to everything you just talked about. So one of the things we got to understand about money is a feminine energy. And imagine if your woman overheard you saying, I don't care about my girl. I care about passion and creativity, peace of mind. My girl, she's just a tool that I use to get that. How you think that relationship finna go? I don't care. Watch your mouth. You do care about money because money is one of the things that assists you to the passion. Your boy, I'm going to tell you, you can be a lot more creative with money than you could be without money. You could get a lot more peace of mind with money than you can without money. So don't vibrationally separate yourself from money. Keep money in its proper perspective because money is it's a great slave. It's a horrible master. So I'm not saying let money run you, but watch your mouth when you talk about her. Don't talk about her like that, because she listening. And you'll find things like you'll be the top gamer or the top streamer on the platform, and money be like, you don't care about me? Okay. Okay. Don't energetically separate yourself from money. Mike, you married? You know that wouldn't go well, boy. I ain't even say your day, your months finna be. You got some work to do, man. What's going on, Jay? But yeah, don't talk about money like that. Everything is a tool. Money made out of the same thing that everything else made out of. Money's made out of energy. Money made out of really the same thing you made out of. You just got more consciousness than money. If we really want to get into it. But yeah, don't talk about her like that. We like her. What's up, Minnie? How you doing? What's up, Kimberly? How you doing? Guys, if you could think it, you can do it. If you could think it, you could do it. If you could think it, you can do it. Okay? But you got to start thinking on purpose. You're not an accident. You're here for a reason. You wanted to be here. You wanted to be here so bad. Listen, you wanted to be here so bad that you beat out 500 million other sperm cells. That's how bad you wanted to be here. You had 500 million of your siblings racing you to fertilize that egg. And you say, no, I'm fertilizing that egg. You wanted to be here so bad that you beat 500 million people to be here. You wanted to be here so bad, you were sitting in the womb. They say, yo, if you want to go out there, you're going to need a lot of cells. You're going to need a heart. You're going to need some lungs. You're going to need a kidney. You ain't know where to get none of that stuff from, but you sat there and figured it out. Here you are. Here you are. You wanted to be here. But now I need you to start living on purpose. I need you to start living with clarity. We're getting ready to wrap up soon, and what I want you guys to do is, and now it's my lung issues. So God got me here for a reason. Exactly. Start letting God flow through you. Start spending that time in prayer, getting that clarity about what you want. Tap in, man. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. And understand, like, this is the crazy part. I ain't going to teach you nothing. I'm going to simply remind you who the hell you are. I ain't going to teach you nothing. I'm going to remind you of who you are. Think about all the stuff you learned in the first 2 years of life, man. You learn how to walk. You learn how to talk. You learn how to read body language. If you grow up in a house where people speak 5 languages, you're going to learn all 5 of those languages just by being in that house. We're going to get you back to that. You remember that time of life when people used to call you terrible too? You remember that stage of life where you would literally jump off of a table, fall down, hurt yourself, cry for about 30 seconds. By the time they bandaged you up again, you was right back on that same table, jumping off of it again. What if you could take that same type of resilience into your business? What if you could take that same type of resilience into your love life? Yeah, we finna remind you of who you is. There's no such thing as failure. It's all feedback. Failure is an illusion. Look, failure is just feedback. We the ones that put a negative perspective on it. It's information. Use the information. Failure not a sign to quit. Failure is a sign to adjust. Failure don't mean tap out, it didn't work. Failure mean, okay, we got more data. That didn't work. What could I have done different? It's feedback. For sure, iceberg, you ain't got no choice but to get through it. But you're going to have to think through it before you get through it. It's going to be better than okay. You are a creator. Creators create. But I need you to get a clear picture of what it is that you're creating. I need you to stop responding and start creating. I need you to realize that stuff out there that you're responding to is old news. The stuff out there that you're responding to is old news. Responding to what's going on out there is the equivalent of y'all get in the chat and say, hey, Coach Jay, you got something on your face. And instead of wiping my face, I wipe the phone. How crazy would that be? Hey, Jay, it's something on your face, bro. Oh, but hold on, let me get it. Man, it won't come off. And I start wiping it harder and wipe it. Hold on, let me get some. I get some spray. Then I do is wipe my face. Yep, and you even gotta serve with clarity. What you mean? I should be giving. No, you even gotta serve with clarity. What do I want to get out of this serving? Like, without clarity, you water down the end result. Without clarity, you water down the end result. If you want your body to look a certain way, you gotta start eating with clarity. You gotta start working out with clarity. Sometimes I be at the gym and I see people working in circles. I see people just doing things that don't go together. I'm like, wait, what? You doing that? Yeah, you doing that? Bro, you did 20 push-ups and you drinking a protein shake? Like, what, bro, what you don't got, you just in here in the way. Like, get clarity. If you want your business to look a certain way, you got to start working with clarity. You got to get some defined outcomes. A lot of people, they be doing stuff, but they be doing stuff in response to what they don't want. You can't run. I'm not gonna say you can't, because you have. You just gonna, people have. You just gonna, boy, you're gonna use quadruple the energy trying to do it that way. But you will be so much better off, instead of like doing things in response to what you don't want, doing things in preparation for what you would like to have. It's a complete game changer. The quality of the ideas are so much better. The energy that you show up with are so much better. Stop responding to what you don't want and start creating what you would like to have. I told y'all my background is in hypnosis. And one of the things that we are really schooled in as hypnotists is that the strongest reality wins. If my reality, fact or fiction, if my reality is stronger than your reality and you let me borrow your attention, I'm going to pull you into my reality. Okay? I need you to start building your reality on purpose. Reality as you know it has happened because some people got clarity along the way and the rest of us bought into their clarity. The days of the week, the months of the year is somebody a long time ago got clarity, like, you know what, this is how this is going to flow. And they sat in their reality so strong that other people bought into it. Okay? You can structure things, and if you sit with that structure long enough, loud enough, repetitiously enough, other people will start to buy in. Now, if you go live and talk about it once, yeah, you might not, it didn't work. You didn't sit with it long enough. The repetition wasn't there. The strongest reality wins. If your reality is, I can't do it, and the government is out to get me, and I got to work 10 times as hard as them to get half of what if that's the reality that you are sitting in, that's your reality, and they didn't do it to you, you did it to you. You thought it into existence. You put those strains on your nervous system. You put those pathways in your mind. And partially it ain't your fault, because a lot of this stuff happened by the time you was 8 years old. You had been programmed. But just because it ain't your fault don't mean that you don't gotta fix it. Who else gonna fix it? Who but you? And like that future, I just gotta lock in. I'm right here, right now. I'm locking in. I'm standing on. If you just change the internal dialogue, boy. If you change that internal conversation, boy, you gonna find yourself waking up with ideas, waking up with energy, waking up with motivation, waking up with inspiration. You gonna find yourself moving that way on accident. Powerful things happen on the other side of a made-up mind. When it's that lukewarm, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, your best ideas don't even show up. But when you decide, I'm getting this result. This is for me. I already got this result. I want this result. I desire this result. And when I get it, boy, you got to see the way my daughter acts for things. My daughter may walk in the room and go, Daddy, I just saw this dollhouse on TV, and when I get it, I'm gonna put it right beside my other dollhouse, Daddy, and 5 of my Barbies gonna live in this dollhouse, Daddy, and 7 of my Barbies gonna live in my new dollhouse, Daddy, because it's way bigger than my other dollhouse. She ain't say, Daddy, I know I already got a dollhouse, but that one's old and stupid and all my Barbies can't fit it. Can I get a new dollhouse? Because if she come in acting like that, she sound ungrateful. She sound like she don't appreciate what she already got. But that's not how she's not saying, Daddy, that old dollhouse is stupid and it's too small. And I've had that one for 3 years. I need another one. She's saying, no, Daddy, I just saw this new dollhouse. And when I get it, I'm going to put it right beside my... She's living like she already got it. And that's her father. When I see my daughter already appreciating something that's not even here yet, she already know where she going to put it. She already know what she going to do with it. She already know how many her Barbies going to sit in this new house. I don't care if she already got one. Now she finna have two. Her mama going, Jay, she don't need another. Man, ain't nobody ask you what you don't need half the stuff you got. My baby want this new dollhouse, and she already know where she finna put it. She already know what she finna. It's like she already got it. She didn't already win in her imagination and play with it. I'm finna go get my baby this dollhouse. That's how I want you to start creating in your business. God, I got this idea. First off, thank you for the idea. And when I get it. Not only is it finna change my life, it's finna change my children's life. We finna take things to a whole new level. Now, God, I'm thinking about doing these colors for the logo. I'm thinking the webs. Like, you not begging for the rest of that. You excited about the part that you got, and you filling in the details. You filling in the details. You sitting in the energy of excitement. And it's like you're not even looking for the ideas. The ideas are flowing through you. Right now, as I'm talking to you guys, I don't know what I'm going to say from one second to the next. I got a goal. I know that I want to get on here and inspire. I know that I want to get on here and motivate. I know that I want to remind people they could be, do, and have anything that they desire. I set the end goal, and I trust my subconscious mind to take care of the things in the middle. My subconscious mind is handing me the right words. My subconscious mind is handing me the metaphors. I'm not on here digging for the metaphors. I'm not on here digging for what to say next. That's going to take me out of the flow state. I know what I want. I know where I'm headed, and I'm trusting that thing inside of me to connect the dots. Somebody's comments got filtered. I think it was you, Pointy. But guys, you could be, do, and have anything you desire. You got to start thinking about it. You got to take your attention off of what you don't want and put your attention on what you would like to have. Stop thinking about what you don't want. Stop putting your energy on what you don't want. Look at it one last time and go, I don't like that. What would I rather have? And boy. Something magical will happen when you put your attention on what you would rather have. And the crazy thing is, once you change energetically, the other people involved in that situation, they either gonna rise up to your vibration or the law of attraction gonna take care of it. They either gonna calibrate to you or the law of attraction gonna take care of it. But when you stoop down to their level, y'all just hang out there and fight. Y'all just hang out there and argue. Nobody ain't leaving because y'all a vibrational match. Couldn't get away from each other if you wanted to. Yin and yang. But if you go, if I'm here and something is going on in my life that's here, I go, I don't like that, and I refuse to go down there with that. I'm going to sit right here. I'm going to be respected. I'm going to be valued. I know my worth. I'm going to hang out right here. What's going to happen is this either going to have to rise up to here or this going to have to just fall out of the equation. Law of attraction, like energy attracts that into itself. Now, if you go down here with them, start arguing with them, start bickering with them, start going tit for tat with them, law of attraction going to say, I did my part. Like, you know, like I got them on the same frequency. But if you hang here, law of attraction going to say, hey, either you going to have to come up here or you're going to have to quit talking to this person altogether. Because it's going to be a vibrational mismatch. Don't join them at that vibration. Force them, like, listen, you either finna calibrate or leave. You either finna calibrate or you going to leave. Yep. And guys, and we got to learn how to walk away from things with no malice. Like, it ain't no beef. We just at two different frequencies. That's all it is. It ain't nothing. Yo, I love you. Still want you to win. I'm just gonna love you from all the way over there. Yeah, you still love you. Just stay all the way over there. I still want you to eat, just not at this table with me. Yeah. Don't waste your creative energy hating people. Don't waste your creative energy being mad at people. Now, you humans, I know sometimes you're gonna have knee-jerk response. Like if somebody come slap the shit out of you, like it's natural that you go, what the, did you like? It's natural that you respond in that moment. There ain't no reason for you to be sitting in there a month later. It's natural that if you lost your job today, that you feel down and you feel out and you feel the pressure of that. There ain't no reason for you to be sitting in there 6 months later. Okay? So I'm not saying that you're not allowed to respond. I'm not saying that you got to live life like a robot and always think these positive thoughts. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying at some point, it's just a pattern that you've learned. And the same way you can get chemically addicted to alcohol or chemically addicted to drugs, you can get chemically addicted to certain thinking patterns because of the chemicals they release in the body as you think them. So your body be like, yo, it's time. It's time for some of those negative chemicals. Hey, think about this. This is how we usually get that negative chemical fix. Hey, it's 8 a.m. Monday, time to get stressed out. And a lot of times people like think that they gotta feel like you don't gotta feel that way. You've just learned through repetition how to feel that way. You're actually doing self-hypnosis to maintain something that's not actively going on in your experience. But you're using your endocrine system and your my mind is all over the place. You're using your endocrine system and your let's just say your hormonal system to maintain something that's not physically going on. It's time to breathe, come out of fight or flight, and get yourself into what we call state 6. For sure, Mike. Not my fault he didn't understand my value as an employee, my experience in streaming and coaching for sure. How can we use self-hypnosis? How can you use self-hypnosis for your good? Well, I'm going to talk to you guys as if I'm training hypnotists, okay? Whenever I'm training hypnotists, I tell them one of the first things you got to have is you got to know your outcome. You got to know your outcome. I see a lot of younger hypnotists, both therapeutically and in the entertainment sphere. They do this thing where they just go out there and they see what's going to happen. Man, the best way to get the results you want is to know in the back of your mind the outcome that you want. So you got to start there. You can't get what you want until you know what you want. Then you want to start building a rapport. You want to respect their system. Like if I'm helping somebody quit smoking, I know my outcome. My outcome is to get you a non-smoker. But even in the process of moving you towards my outcome, I'm going to respect your outcome. So, man, how many of these cigarettes you smoking a day? 25? Man, you committed, huh? How long you been smoking? You started smoking at 10? Tell me about that. Oh, so your mom used to smoke and used to sneak them out of there? Okay. Tell me about that first cigarette. Oh, the first cigarette was horrible. What, you was coughing? You threw up? So it's like your body knew that wasn't good for you. Like, you notice how I ain't disagreeing with them. I ain't arguing them. I ain't calling them stupid. I'm just, tell me about that. Oh, so it's like at first your body knew that wasn't for you. It was rejecting them at first. Oh, okay. But now you done got so good you smoke. So acknowledging where they are, respecting where they are, respecting their map of the world. Because you got to understand, everything that we do as humans has a positive intention. I met some people who come to me to quit smoking. I'm like, you're not ready yet, man. Right now, smoking is what's keeping you from doing things that'll far worse. We take out those cigarettes right now, who knows what you're going to revert to. Let's take care of some other stuff. We'll spin back to the quit smoking. But understand that whatever you're doing, what you're doing is probably a defense mechanism. If you're procrastinating, it's probably a defense. If you're overthinking, it's probably a defense. If you're not taking action, it's probably a defense. So one of the first things I would do is I would thank that part of me. Thank that section of me for doing this job. Hey, man, appreciate you for whatever reason you got me procrastinating. I appreciate that. And, man, some crazy things I want to accomplish. It's some crazy things I want to accomplish. And I'm wondering how you could protect me from whatever you protected me from and allow me to kick this thing in the overdrive. And I would start to have that internal conversation with myself. But as I'm doing it, I will be vividly describing to that part of me what I would like to have. Because I want to change the world. I want to coach people all over the world. I want to remind people they could be doing, have anything that they desire. You think you can help me with that? That part of you going to go, yeah, I think I can help you with that. I'm open to some other things, but it's about Taking your attention off of what's going on out there. That's why when you pray, you close your eyes. When you meditate, you close your eyes. When you get hypnotized, you close your eyes. Disconnect from the physical world. Really slow that breathing down. Get in that peaceful state and just start to play in your imagination. Play in your imagination. Start creating on purpose. Start creating on purpose. But most importantly, know your outcome. Know what you want. If you go on my link tree, if you click on the I Coach Bosses at the top and you go on the link on my TikTok page, you will see this free 5C clarity blueprint. I was going to show y'all, but my laptop did. Man, get that clarity. Oh, no, it's not dead. It's just taking a while to come on. Get that clarity blueprint and fill it out, y'all. Let me show y'all. Let me log into my computer. Get that clarity blueprint and fill it out. Do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. Clarity is the foundation to your success. Without clarity, listen, you can't get what you want until you know what you want. Like, imagine getting in an Uber. This is the example that I like to use. Imagine what would happen if you got in an Uber and you said, don't take me to the mall. I hate the mall. It's too expensive. I'm like, who you think paying $300 for one pair of shoes? Man, they done lost their mind at this mall. Don't take me to the mall. I don't like it. Do not take me to the mall. What is the driver supposed to do with that information? Okay, I know you don't want to go to the mall. Now what? Let me tell you what's going to happen if I'm the driver. If you get in my Uber and say, hey, don't take me to the mall, I hate the mall, I'm going to start the meter and I'm going to not take you to the mall. I'm going to just get on the highway. You're going to owe me $100. You're going to owe me $200. You're going to owe me $300. Only thing you're doing is not going to the mall. You probably could have gave me $25 and went down near anywhere in the city that you wanted to go. But you going to give me hundreds of dollars, and the only thing I'm doing is not taking you to the mall. That's how a lot of people go through life. They go through life. They don't got no clear-cut destination. They just know what they don't want. Niggas ain't shit. All these women are gold diggers. Today market is trash. I can't do it. It ain't for me. What do you want? What do you want? Forget about what you don't want. Why are you spending so much energy on what you don't want? Why are you putting so much energy? Why are you putting so much attention into what you... Why are you on the phone all day talking about what you don't want? Why are you on TikTok watching videos all day about what you don't want? Boy, it'd be so funny to me. Like, I'm really cool with my clients. So sometimes they'll send me stuff on like TikTok. So they're like, this me. Like, yeah. Why are we putting so much energy on it? And that algorithm gonna tell on you every time. That TikTok algorithm is powerful. Do you want to know what you spend a lot of your time thinking about? Just start scrolling down your algorithm. Like when I go down my TikTok page, there's a whole bunch of motivation, inspiration, some sports stuff, some boxing stuff like that. My homeboy, as soon as he open his TikTok, it's booty, it's dances. I'm like, bro, what you sit on here and watch all day? Man, give me my phone. Like, here, bro, take it. That algorithm gonna tell you what you've been spending your time thinking about, man. So yeah, the day when we finish, just go scroll down your algorithm and see what the first 10 things is to come up. It's gonna let you know what you've been spending your time thinking about. And I need that algorithm to reflect where you want to go in life. Start making it your business. And when something come up on there that ain't aligning with where we headed, swipe that shit off. Some show up that's headed where you headed, like it. Tap the screen, interact with it, comment on it. Let the algorithm know, I like this, more of this. Because life works the same way. You're going to start noticing things based on your algorithm, based on your tuning. Let's see, where's the link tree? Right here. So when we wrap up in a little while, guys, you're going to go, let me take this. Yeah, when we wrap up in a little while, you're going to click that link in my bio, and you're going to go right here to this Get My 5C Clarity Blueprint for free and gain access to my inner circle. You're gonna put your first name in there, you're gonna put your phone number in there, and you're gonna click that button. It's gonna send you a text message with the 5C Clarity Blueprint, and you're gonna fill that out. You're gonna fill that out. You're gonna take your time and you're gonna fill it out. All right, and it's gonna help you get clarity, because clarity is the foundation. Clarity is the foundation. And we also got a free 5C workshop that you could go through. That video is about an hour long. It's going to take you through the 5 C's. Because we talked about the first C today. The first C is clarity. But we got calibration, confidence, competence, and consistency as well. So if you're interested in getting the full 5C experience, you want to check that guy out. Somebody was asking about my mastermind. You can join our mastermind for $1. For right now, we are getting ready to raise the price on the mastermind in a crazy way. And you can also schedule strategy calls with me. And for people who are really serious, you can apply for the 5C Growth Accelerator program. So go check all of that out. And unless y'all got any questions, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, man. Talk to me. What's going on? It's time to work out and get the day started. We chilling, no questions. All right. Well, look, I love y'all. Ain't a damn thing y'all can do about it. I'll see y'all later. What time I go live? Lately, I've been going live every morning around 6:15 Central Standard Time. I wake up at 6, get myself together a little bit, then I get on here around 6:15. And I've been doing about an hour every morning. And as we pick up momentum, you know, it's about to get real crazy in here, man. We went missing for a little bit. We had so much stuff we were doing off the app. I just didn't have time to stream. But now we done made a little bit of room on my plate. So we got time. Thank you guys. Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit that follow button. I let y'all slide a little bit today. Tomorrow, I need y'all active. I need y'all tapping the screen. I need y'all sharing the live. We gonna turn it up, man. Hey, yo, come here. Come to our groups, man. Come learn with us. Come learn with us. And in 2025, even before 2025, we're doing it now. One of the biggest pieces of feedback we got last time we were really active on TikTok is that the one-on-one services are a big investment for a lot of people. So what we're doing is we're rolling out a lot of group coaching experiences where you can still get coaching, you can still get help, but we can do it in a group setting for, you know, a lot cheaper than what we charge for one-on-one stuff. So y'all tap in with us, turn our notifications on, keep pulling up. Love y'all. Ain't a thing y'all could do about it. And I might pop on here later today. I got a pretty busy schedule today. We'll see. But if not, definitely I'll be on here around 6:15 tomorrow, Central Standard Time. So, yo, love y'all. See y'all later. Y'all take it easy. You don't see the price list? Price list not on the link tree. It's all about what you want. Like, my stuff is real a la carte. So it depends. Are you working with a group session? Or are you doing a one-on-one session? Or are we working in person? Or, you know, is it a virtual meet? So it's all types of factors. If you're serious about working with me, schedule a strategy call and we could talk about it. You want to work with me one-on-one? So yeah, that is going to be a bigger investment. But if you go on this same, let me spin this around. If you go on the same form right here, you'll see where you can schedule a strategy call. And if you fill that out, it's going to take you to my calendar where you can schedule a strategy call. And if you want to do like my deep program, like my full 5C Growth Accelerator, you click that button and you can fill out this form and it'll put you where you need to be. Everything you need is going to be on this form, though, for sure. All right, guys, I'm signing off, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And if you got any other questions or need to get in contact with me, you can either inbox me on TikTok, or if you go on my link tree and you click that little text bot down there, you can fill that out and you can start sending messages on here. If I'm busy, my chat bot gonna start talking to you. So if it says, I ain't gonna say if it say nothing weird, but at some point, if you ask too many questions and it start feeling like you're talking to a computer, it might not be me. But usually it is me, unless I'm in a session or busy or something. Those come right to my phone. But if I'm busy, the AI, yeah, AI. But hey, it's crazy. That thing is crazy good. A lot of times I'll end my days where I've been really busy, And I'll look at the conversations. This thing and carried on 10 conversations, and it was answering stuff like I would have answered stuff. So I spent a lot of time training that AI bot. So it like it has access to my schedule. It knows my hours. It can book appointments. It can do that type of stuff. Every once in a while, I look at it and I'm like, what the hell? What? How did this get off track? But as of late, it's been doing a really good job. It's replacing me. It's taking my job. And we're working with a programmer right now as well, where we're teaching using AI technology and some of the other skills at our disposal. We are designing a AI program that does what I do with my clients one-on-one. I got this crazy dope developer. He's building everything out. We're gonna be rolling it out in about another month or two. We got it working. Now we're just working on the front end, working on the user interface, making it easy to use. I need a web page logo, not as of right now, but if you do logos, designs, and you got services for entrepreneurs, you should definitely join our Dreams in Action community. Dreams in Action is our community where we help new entrepreneurs, anybody who working towards their first $5,000 month. So we got a community full of new entrepreneurs. So if you want to help some people with websites, now the community is $1. You get in for $1. So it ain't free, but damn, it's so close. It might as well be free. I was going to make it free, but I realized when you tell people stuff is free, you just told them that it's worthless. So I'm like, charge them $1. Charge them something. All right. So it's $1 to get in, but let me show you the community, man. The community is lit. So we host this particular community. We host on school. So let me flip my camera. We got a membership request pending right now. So this is the community. Right now it's at 198 members. I just kicked out like 20 members yesterday because there was some people in the community. They were just in the community trying to sell stuff. They weren't adding value. They weren't adding anything, so they had to go. But this is the community. You can get in here. You can post. You can ask questions. We do a lot of coaching. Like we just finished a 30-day challenge. 30-day Fire Your Boss challenge. We got some crazy results from that. This is the new challenge we got coming up called Followers to Dollars. That's going to be our 2-week-long TikTok challenge, teaching people how to monetize TikTok. But we had a mastermind last night. This is a competition that we just had. These are people in our community talking, holding each other accountable. We got different tabs up here. This is the classroom. And these classroom, this is the challenge we just finished, this Fire Your Boss challenge. So this is about 12 hours of content designed to help you fire your boss. But Dream Engine training, Dream Engine, that's the software that we use. That's where our funnels and all of that stuff go through. Course 1, the Bing. In this course, I'm teaching stuff that I usually keep behind a $5,000 paywall. It's some dope stuff going on in these courses, but you get access to all of this stuff by joining this community. Going back here. The doings. So we teach this tier of being, doing, and having. We really believe that before you can have, you have to do. But before you can do, you have to become. And these are just modules where we're teaching all 3 of those in depth. Jay's Corner, I put a lot of hypnosis videos and different content in there. Additional services. These are like people who want to work with us one-on-one. Nikki's Corner. Nikki is my partner. We run this community together. She has a lot of her replays and a lot of her content in there. The library got ebooks, marketing, teaching you stuff about marketing. But it's all types of stuff in this classroom. This calendar showing all the different events that we got coming up. We just had a mastermind last night. Looks like Saturday we got some stuff going on. And we got the Tuesdays loaded. But yeah, man, y'all get in the community. We got a lot of people here. All of these people are either entrepreneurs or they want to be entrepreneurs. So if you into business, want to be in the business, or you got a business or looking for ways to grow that business, looking for support, come join the community. Come join the community. Let's see whose membership is pending. And the drop shit ain't nah. All right, well, I'm jumping off, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Y'all take it easy.